This is the Gen 4 Sylvan Arms folding adapter. These things are super robust, and it's an AR accessory that's as transformative as Clark Kent's glasses. All jokes aside, this thing is very well built. But before we get into the Gen 4, let's talk a little bit about where it came from with the Gen 3. Now, for all of you classic Firearms fans, you may know this one. This was a Gen 3 folding adapter from Sylvan Arms that we actually ran over with a truck. Yep, you heard me right. We ran it over with a truck, and it survived. And not only that, it still works as intended, as designed. That's pretty crazy. Clint also took this and just whaled it right into some steel down at the range as well. So you can actually see those markings right along the edges there. It's still red from where he slammed it into that steel. So let's talk a little bit about comparison on what's different from the Gen 4 versus the Gen 3 real quick. With the Gen 4, you'll notice overall it is cut down. It is a little bit smaller, so that's always nice. You have more steel parts inside of the Gen 4 folding adapter as well. So the button mechanism is a little bit different. You have on the Gen 3 a half moon style button, and on the Gen 4 you have a full steel, full circle button. Also, the locking mechanism is something that they changed from the Gen 3 to the Gen 4. It's all aluminum here, and you can actually see that we got a little bit of, well, bending on that Gen 3. On the Gen 4, it is made out of steel. That's something they learned from. Not only that, if you ever do get it into a point where it's starting to bend or warp that steel and isn't closing properly, you can actually remove it. So there's a little screw right here you can remove and replace that out. A very nice, very well thought out feature from Sylvan Arms. Overall, they did build this out of 7075 T6 aluminum, so it is very robust. Not to mention, from the Gen 3 to the Gen 4, they also added in 2 QD sling mount points. You have one on the bottom and then one on the flip side. And that does kind of bring us into, well, our next consideration. Do you buy the left hand fold or the right hand fold? Let me show you. So the left hand fold and the right hand fold designations are really meant for your dominant hand. If you're right-handed, go with the right hand fold. If you're left-handed, go with the left hand fold. Let me show you what I mean. This is a left hand folder. So it folds towards your body. That's not really ideal, but if you are shooting left-handed, it'll fold away from your body. On the flip side, if you're folding it on the right side, it goes away from your body. And that is what really makes this designation important. Right hand, right fold. Left hand, left fold. Can't really make it much clearer than that. A big reason for that, when you grab a trusty sling, is the QD sling points. If you're folding it on the left side, you're gonna be more likely to run into your own sling because the QD sling point is on the right side of the left folder and then vice versa. So let's talk about it. Okay, now I hooked it in there. You can see that, well, it is actually in the way. So if I wanted to fold this, press the button in and fold it here, it's gonna fold into my body. I have to go over the sling to get it out, also vice versa. Now you can muscle memory that if that is the way that you want to run this. I'm not gonna stop you from that, but it is way more convenient on the proper, whatever your dominant hand is, boom, now I'm ready to go. Way faster, and it just works every time. Just a little bit of durability test in there for you as well. You can slam these things. Again, check out that old video if you haven't seen it. A final note of things that they did add on to the Generation 4 over the Gen 3. Let me show you. So right on the buffer tube here is the biggest difference in my opinion. It doesn't, on the Gen 3, which I'm holding in my right hand here, it does not go all the way up to the receiver. There's a gap, and that's pretty ugly. Not to mention, it adds on extra length to your gun. You may not want that. The new generation goes directly up against that receiver, as you can see here. One more demonstration for you. Very nicely done. Good job, Sylvan. Very big improvement. Now, they also gave you a wrench. This comes with the kit right in there, if you can't see that, to where you can actually grab it and wrench it right into place and get it really tight, really strong right up in there. Again, just another improvement. So, in review, Sylvan Arms is a United States company based out of Myrtle Beach. They're as United States as you can get. They increased the quality, more steel parts from the old to the new. It is made out of 7075 T6 aluminum and weighs 6 ounces. So in conclusion, Sylvan Arms being made in the USA, the folding adapter isn't just a gimmick or a toy. It's a legitimate tool made out of legitimate parts that you can trust on your AR-15. So if you have any experiences with the Gen 3 or the Gen 4, please leave a review down below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless, stay safe. It is time to end.